Hey everyone, this is Crow Collector 01 back today for another Transformers review. Today I'm going to be reviewing Generation 1-Generation 2 Stalker. And Stalker was a gift from a very good friend of mine. As you can see, he's a missile carrier. He's got his big missile on his back. He's just a big roaming missile carrier. He does come with some missiles. I believe there's supposed to be 5 missiles in total. I have 4. The way they're just pegged onto the side. And he did originally come with a launcher for the missiles, kind of like a handheld gun, but it's entirely gold plastic. So if you put it in the robot's hand, if you load a missile and shoot it, odds are it's going to break. So if you find this guy, don't even worry about getting the launcher because odds are it's going to break anyway. The only other pieces you have to worry about is the radar dish. It is a separate piece. I keep mine tabbed in. It's just a post and peg right here, or a peg and post, or however you want to say it. It just pegs in here. I'm not going to take it off. And the missiles. So if you get any of the missiles, the radar dish, and the main rocket, you're in good shape. So the big feature for this guy is on this missile, if you look down the barrel, or down the end part of this missile here, you see you won't see anything. It's kind of hard to get it to want to focus on it. But there's a little panel here on this gray tab. If you flip it up, you get a visual of Rotor Storm, the one of the European Turbo Masters. That's the big gimmick of this toy. You can flip this panel up and down and see the specs through the scope. The other feature is you take these 2 posts, pull back, that reveals this door. And what you'll do is you would take a Predator jet. They all have spring-loaded little diagrams in them, and you'll plug it on, and you can see new little battle specs and stuff through the scope. All the Predator jets do that. Skyquake does it, but he does it the best because you can actually use this without fear of breaking it, because if anybody that doesn't know, Skyquake's entire back section, including his gimmick, is entirely gold plastic. So GPS will take its course on that eventually. So to transform him, we'll set this to the side, come up, flip him over, lift these panels, just like so, flip these down for the legs, and close the panels. Next, you're going to spin and rotate at the waist. Then you kind of hold this, rotate these forward, raise that section, and rotate the arm around. Same on this side. Then you take the middle section, rotate it, and then reach inside and snap the head into place. And there you have Generation 2 Stalker in robot mode. So, all in all, a really nice figure. Decent articulation, you know, he's got 360 on the arms. The radar dish will hinder that on this arm a little bit if you leave it on. He's got forward and back on the legs. Not really anything on the hands. The proper transformation is you take this peg and you add the missile to the shoulder. But as you can see, this plastic right there is fairly thin. And I don't want to break that sticking this in and out. So usually what I choose to do is I just spin the figure around like so and re-add the missile to the back like that. Because he's got big wide feet. You don't have to worry about this guy falling over at all, really, even with the missile attached. That's how I choose to display him. I don't want to take a chance on snapping that in the peg hole. But again, as you've seen with my earlier review, Colossus, he does have the very nice light piping as well. Even in low lighting, the visor just glows. Really nice toy. If you have the means to add it to your collection, do so. It is European exclusive. There's a lot of confusion as to where these actually fall in the Transformers timeline, because in Europe, when our Generation 1 figures stopped, they kept getting figures, as well did Canada and also some markets in Asia. So there's a little bit of dispute where these figures lie. I know most people in America kind of generalize them as G2, but you will find people in UK and Europe, when you're trying to hunt these down, that refer to these as G1 figures, because they was released in G1 and then later repackaged and resold in Generation 2 packaging. So there is a little bit of a discrepancy where these lay. If you're going to end up hunting for any of the European figures, sometimes it doesn't hurt to search for European G1 or European or G1 Stalker, because some people do consider these G1 figures. So just something to note there if you happen to go hunting for one of your own. But pretty nice figure all in all. I did add the Decepticon logos on the arms because mine were faded. I just cleaned them up, put some new ones on. So yeah, really nice figure. Add it to your collection if you can find it at a good price. I think you'll really enjoy it. This has been Crave Collector 01 and Stalker signing out.